You think you're prepared for China? Think again. Even the most seasoned travelers get caught off guard. But what if I told you your favorite apps won't work, your cash is useless, and even ordering food could be an adventure? How do you navigate a country where the internet is locked down, mobile payments rule, and the language feels impossible? Let's break down the real China travel experience, what no guidebook tells you. Traveling to China is an adventure that starts long before you even land. First, you need a visa, because showing up without one is a great way to get an unexpected return flight home. Most tourists need an L, tourist visa, which lets you stay for 30 to 90 days. To get it, you'll need to prove you actually plan on going somewhere, meaning hotel bookings or an invitation letter from someone in China. And don't procrastinate. Processing times range from a few days to a few weeks, depending on how lucky or unlucky you are with embassy workloads. Now, if you're just stopping over in major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, or Guangzhou, you might qualify for a visa-free transit stay of up to 144 hours. Basically, a free pass to explore, as long as you don't accidentally overstay and become an accidental illegal immigrant. Once you've got your visa, it's time to face Chinese customs, which can be, let's just say, thorough. Medications, large amounts of foreign currency, and certain electronics can raise eyebrows. And if you were planning on packing a suitcase full of political books or religious materials, maybe reconsider. Those can get you in trouble. Also, don't forget that after you land, you technically have 24 hours to register your stay with the local Public Security Bureau. If you're in a hotel, they handle it for you. But if you're staying in an Airbnb or with a friend, congratulations, you now have official paperwork duties. Picking the right season to visit China is like picking your battles. Choose wisely, or you'll suffer. Spring, March to May, is beautiful, with mild weather and blooming flowers. It's the perfect time to wander through Hangzhou, Suzhou, or Guilin without melting into a puddle of sweat. Autumn, September to November, is another solid choice, bringing crisp air and the kind of landscapes that make you feel like you're in a postcard. Want to see the Great Wall without collapsing from heat exhaustion? This is your season. Now, summer, June to August, is a different story. It's hot, humid, and full of tourists, especially in Shanghai and Guangzhou. The good news? It's also the best time to visit Tibet and Xinjiang, which are too cold most of the year. The bad news? It coincides with school holidays, so expect crowds. Then there's winter, December to February. Beijing and Harbin turn into frozen wastelands. But if you love sub-zero temperatures, you'll enjoy the Harbin Ice Festival. Meanwhile, places like Hong Kong and Kunming stay mild, perfect for those who prefer their fingers unfrozen. One major thing to avoid: China's biggest travel nightmares. Chinese New Year in January or February, and Golden Week from October 1st to 7th. Millions of people travel during these holidays, prices skyrocket, and train stations become battlefields. If you enjoy suffering, by all means, book your trip during these times. China is huge, like mind-blowingly huge. Your itinerary will probably start in Beijing, home to the Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square, and, of course, the Great Wall. It's where ancient history meets modern chaos, with street food stalls sitting next to massive shopping malls. Then there's Shanghai, where ultra-futuristic skyscrapers tower over historic sites like the Bund. It's a city where you can sip cocktails on a rooftop bar and then eat street dumplings for $1. A paradise for shopaholics, foodies, and anyone who enjoys feeling like they're in a sci-fi movie. For history lovers, Xi'an is non-negotiable. This is where you'll find the legendary Terracotta Army, thousands of life-sized soldiers that have been silently standing guard for over 2,000 years. Then there's Guilin and Yangshuo, where stunning karst mountains create landscapes that look like traditional Chinese paintings. The best way to take it all in? A slow, dreamy boat ride down the Li River. Adventure seekers will love Zhangjiajie, home to the real-life floating mountains that inspired Avatar. And if you want something truly unique, head to Tibet and visit the breathtaking Potala Palace, a symbol of spiritual and architectural genius. China's transportation system is next-level efficient, mostly. High-speed trains make cross-country travel ridiculously easy, with speeds up to 350 kilometers per hour. That means you can zip from Beijing to Shanghai in just 5 hours, which is faster and way more comfortable than flying. Just make sure to book your tickets early, especially during holidays when the entire population seems to be moving at once. For shorter trips, metros and buses are your best friends. Major cities have top-tier subway systems, though if you're new to China, you'll spend a lot of time trying to figure out station names. Ride-hailing apps like Didi work well, But unless you speak Mandarin, a translation app is your lifeline when trying to explain where you're going. Speaking of flights, domestic air travel can be an option for long distances, but expect delays, lots of delays. If you're heading to remote areas like Inner Mongolia or Yunnan, though, sometimes flying is your best bet. Chinese culture is built on traditions, respect, and the art of not making a scene. Respect for elders, saving face, and avoiding confrontation are big deals here. A simple act like handing something over with both hands instead of one can make a good impression. Tipping? Not really a thing, except in fancy hotels or with private tour guides. Eating at a restaurant? Meals are usually served family style, so be prepared to share. And if you leave a little food on your plate, it's seen as a sign of generosity, so don't feel pressured to clean every last bite. Visiting temples? Keep it classy. Dress modestly, keep your voice down, and definitely don't take selfies with the monks. If you think you can just pop into China and Google your way around, think again. China's internet is locked down tighter than a dragon guarding its treasure. Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and WhatsApp? All blocked. The only way around it is a VPN, and you better download it before you arrive. Forget about using Google Maps. You'll need Baidu Maps or Gaode Maps, though they're mostly in Chinese. And cash? Useless. China runs on mobile payments like WeChat Pay and Alipay. If you don't set one up, be prepared for a lot of confused stares when you try handing over actual money. China's food scene is legendary. From spicy Sichuan hot pot to delicate Cantonese dim sum, every region has something unique. Street food is a must. Try jianbing, which are savory crepes, lamb skewers, and soup dumplings. If you have dietary restrictions, communication can be tricky, so translation apps or a prepared phrase list will be your best friends. China is safe, but scams exist. Fake tea ceremonies, overpriced souvenirs, overly friendly strangers inviting you on a special tour. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Also, travel insurance? Get it. Medical care is excellent in major cities, but you don't want to be stuck without coverage. The language barrier is real. English is spoken in tourist areas, but outside of that, not so much. Learning a few key phrases like ZXE, thank you, and Ni Hao, hello, can go a long way. Translation apps like Pleco or Google Translate with offline mode will save your sanity.